Where's your face?
Just I'm going to show. I say talk, please. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Adiola Mary. If this is your first time watching me, just know that yes, it's Adiola Mary. I go by Mary. If you cannot pronounce the Adiola, that's it. I'm joking, guys. And if you're a returning subscriber or viewer, thank you for coming back. I love you. We love you guys. Don't worry. This is a safe place. So feel comfortable. Take your drink. And I have a guest today. For today's video, I'm going to be introducing the person that you're always hearing me say her name, Sandra. This is Sandra. Can you please introduce yourself?
Hi guys, my name is Lara, but you could also call me Sandra. It's nice to meet you.
Okay, so I'm introducing my best friend to you guys, and you guys should know a little bit about her because I'm only saying her name in every video I do, and I'm sure you guys are probably wondering, who is that girl? Who is it? So yeah, and for the first question for today is, how did we become best friends? Like, how?
I asked you this the other day. I honestly don't even know. Honestly don't even know how we became friends. Like, I mean, I knew you in high school. We met in high school, but like we didn't really know each other like that. Like we didn't move in the same circle specifically. I mean, we knew we're Nigerians. We knew, I feel like we just knew of each other. We just didn't know, like, oh, this is Mary's junior. Yeah, like I honestly don't even know how we became friends. But I think you said it was when we went to Six Flags that we became friends.
Yeah. It was just a message. I don't
even know that I sent you a message, honestly.
But we're just like, let's go out for to Six Flags, and that was how it just started. And then my birthday that year, your mom helped me to adjust my dress, and then we just started going out, and we just became close.
Yeah, like honestly, I don't remember half the things she's saying because I feel like there are certain times that you just get used to like somebody's presence and they become like a fixture, like a chair.
Okay, so what's your favorite memory of us together?
Let's see. Wait, hold on. Let's see. Actually, you know what? I'll tell my mom's birthday because, you know, African parents been making you crazy and things like that all the time. And like you were there, you pulled up type of thing. So yeah. What? That was like 2 years ago. Yeah, it was 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so another question is, can you describe your journey so far in terms of personal growth and significant life events?
I haven't done a lot of growing.
Like, based on the time I've spent with you, I've seen you grow from being so all to yourself. Like,
okay.
to being, you know, like, in short, at work, you talk to anybody, everybody. Your growth actually has been so immense.
All right, I'll take that one. I mean, like I didn't used to talk to people. I feel like I had like negative like experience from people. I feel like all through high school I was always like, oh, like I don't like people, like stay away from me. Like I was either reading all the time with my phone, like even if I was like in a group of people, I wasn't necessarily like in a group because like I just wanted to distance myself because, you know, people ain't the shit sometimes. Like they just be doing stupid things and you're like, oh, so that's how it is for you. And yeah, you just want to stay away from that energy at times. So I feel like that's how I was through high school. And then senior year of high school, COVID happened. And then I feel like being withdrawn from, you know, presence of like people like that, you start to notice like certain things that like some of the things that you felt like, oh, like made you not want to be around this person is like one of the things that was part of their identity as a person. I don't know if that makes sense. That didn't make sense in my head, but it also made sense in my head at the same time. But yeah, like, and college just brought that part out of me. Like you want to talk to people else, you just feel like everything you're by yourself. And it's one of the experiences that you you don't want to like go through alone. So I feel like college is also one of the reasons why I got to go out. And also another growth I could say is like becoming more in tune with some of the things that I want for myself. I say in tune in terms of, for example, like I started out thinking, oh, I want to be a doctor, that. Like, it's such a stereotypical thing for like certain African parts, not even necessarily like African parents, but like you yourself, you grow up wanting this certain or having this certain idea of what you want for yourself. And then you like stick to that idea until like something happens for you to like change the idea. And sometimes you might welcome the change and sometimes you might not, right? So I feel like that's one of the things that happened to me. Like at first I wanted to be an OBGYN, right? And then I wanted to be a therapist. I didn't know what part of therapy I wanted to go into, but then later I was like, okay, I want to do sex and trauma therapy. And then now it's senior year and I just put myself in a whole lot of extra trouble because I'm supposed to be graduating and I'm decided to tackle nursing school. So it's like, yeah, like change is one of those things that is very, very scary. Like I feel like every time I take chemistry class always makes me rethink everything in my life. Like, do I really want to do this? No, for real, because I have 70 questions to go through tonight, 70 mathematical questions, but are in chemistry. And she breaks it into like A, B, C, D, E, F. And that's not even a total of 70 questions. So I'm like, if this is preparation for general chemistry, what is general chemistry or organic chemistry gonna look like? And the fact that when you open TikTok, nursing TikTok, it's hell. Don't go through that for yourself. If you are trying to go to nursing school, nursing TikTok will just, it's not the perfect place for you to be. But yeah, like, I feel like that's another thing that I notice about myself. Like I'm a little bit welcoming toward change. So yeah.
So what do you value most about our friendship?
That's a deep question. I don't like deep questions, but what do I value? I mean, I feel this is gonna sound weird to some people, or maybe not. The fact that we could be angry with each other, but also like still go back to knowing that we are friends, if that makes sense. Like the other day, like you were saying, like I was mad at you, but I still got you food. You were mad at me, but you still got me food. So it's like knowing that we're safe enough to like be angry with each other, enough to like tell each other the truth. See, English twists in my mouth sometimes, so just go with that. But yeah, like be comfortable enough to tell each other the truth and things like that. So I feel like, yeah, being able to be angry with each other but still know that we are friends, like at the end of everything.
So what are your favorite hobbies and activities? I know one, you love to read.
Actually, I would say my first one is sleeping.
No. Reading then sleeping. Because you can read on top water.
Yeah, but college has already changed that actually. I feel like college already changed that for me, because if you ask me if I would choose between reading a book or sleeping, with my present state of mind, I will sleep. I don't care where, I don't care when. I just took, like, she was doing her makeup, I just took like a 5-minute or 10-minute nap. I sleep. Sleeping would be my number one. Number two would be listening to music. I love singing also. And then number three would be reading. Yeah. But in high school, reading was like my other top priority, like, because it's one of those, it's one of the new words that I'm trying to discover. Like I started reading books in secondary school in Nigeria. Yeah, one of my dorm mate gave me the book and I just started reading it, and I'm like, oh well, all right, we're gonna stick with this. And then I remember after school I would always take my mom's phone because I didn't have a phone at that time, and I started actually with Wattpad. When I say reading, guys, I don't mean educational type of reading.
I mean novels.
I mean novels type of reading.
So what are your short-term and long-term goals, and how do you plan to achieve them?
Honestly, short-term goals, I think one of my human sexuality classes just asked me that. Short term, right now, I feel like it's just get through college. Actually, you know what? Nah. Just get through with my sanity, honestly. Like, I feel like the stress of dealing with both work all the time, dealing with classes, dealing with homeworks, and then exams, and then work, and then back to back. It's like a cycle that never really ends. So I feel like just preserving and getting through with my sanity. I mean, I'm not really a sane person. I can be a little bit mad. The loco is there, but the mental loco is not there. So I want the mental loco to still be, not locoing. Yeah, and then long term, I feel like for me, my definition of long term would be like, where do you see yourself in the future? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe like in 10 years, not 5 years.
Okay. 10 years. I have my own practice if I decide to stick through
Married with 2 or 3
with.
kids.
Actually, yes. Thank you very much for saying that in whichever tone you managed to say, but I'm not going to let that shame me. Okay? Thank you. Like I was saying, y'all, I would have my own practice, first of all. Second of all, I would be married. Yes. Hopefully my husband's not ugly, y'all, but yeah, at the end of the day, he my man, even if it's ugly. Because the amount of people I don't talk and call ugly, God's going to take control of that. But yeah, he's still gonna be my man. With 2 or 3 kids, like you said. Wait, no, 10 years, 2 or 3 kids. Actually, yeah, that is possible. 10 years from now, I'm 31. That's crazy.
You see, you want to marry by 25.
I know, that's crazy. That's why I just calculated everything. 10 years from now, I'm 31 years old. I got past the dirty 30s already. Like, okay, yeah, 2 or 3 kids, and I'm done. Like. Mama gotta be a city girl, It's the life of the CT girl. Yeah, I love Burna Boy. You're gonna find that out sometime.
So who and what inspires you and why?
I inspire myself. I don't mean to say that to make it like a sound or anything. It's just like, I don't feel like there are certain actions that people do that make me want to emulate them necessarily. And because like, you don't really know people like that. Like, okay, let's say, I open Instagram. There's this person who's like living the dream. I don't know what goes on behind the Instagram screen. Let's say, okay, there's somebody who goes to my church, my pastor, for example. Let's say,
what happens?
Yeah, like I don't know people deep enough to say, I want to emulate you. I can't say, I want to emulate my parents, because at the end of the day, living with them helps me realize, like they're human. And then it also helps me like discover the definition of humanity. And so that way, I feel like I emulate myself because I learn things as I go. And I want to be me sometimes too. I mean, I am me, but sometimes I would want to be me if I wasn't me.
So we've not traveled together, but like okay, I know. I think I know the answer to this question.
What?
Like, what trip do we plan on going to experience together and everything?
Honestly, I feel like we could start small. We could start state hopping. Like did I talk about that with you?
You said we should drive.
Yeah.
So we should drive.
Yeah, that's state hopping. Yeah. We'll do like 2 days or something in one state. Cool. I mean, that's not how they do it. I don't know how to dance. That's another fun fact. Like, we could start small. But if we want to go, I feel like I wouldn't want to go cross country with you right now, because I wouldn't want to go cross country with me. I feel like I need to have everything under my control if I'm going to go cross country with everybody, because I'm an overthinker. I got to analyze everything. And I feel like the moment one thing goes balls, I get stressed. Yeah, I get stressed real quick. And when I'm stressed, you don't want to be around me. I don't want to be around me when I'm stressed. But yeah, so if we're going to do cross country, a shit ton of planning got to go inside. Sorry for my language. But yeah, a lot of planning has to go in it. And I mean a lot. Maybe like a year planning.
Which year?
A year.
Like 2.
No.
2 years. With you.
Yeah. What she said.
You will say 11. Will text me by 2.
Yeah, don't even think about the timing. Don't think about the timing. We're thinking about how much we're going to spend, where we're going to stay, how we're going to get there, where we're visiting. And I feel like before we could even make that spend, I feel like I need to have experienced it before I could be like, okay, this is how it's going to go. Because the first time we went to New York, it was just New York, guys. I don't even know what happened on our way back home, but I think we got lost or something, or the train wasn't coming on time. And I was losing my mind, guys. I was freaking out. I'm like, we're gonna get kidnapped. I can't die yet. I haven't experienced life. Yeah, it was a lot. So there has to be a lot of planning that goes into traveling. So yeah, but for now we could start small.
So what can you say about like how have our friendship inspired you or helped you or built you or
Actually, our friendship has helped me practice my therapy skills. Yes, it has. You have a lot of issues, my love. I have a lot of issues, my love, too. Because we got issues. and you got them too. So yeah, you can keep watching, but you got issues too. We all got issues. Sometimes we like to talk about them, sometimes we don't. Yeah. But you said, how has it helped me grow? Honestly, I feel like just knowing that I have an extra person. That might sound bad to you guys, but I feel like for me that's like one of the things, because I feel like nowadays I'm very chill with people. I don't know, apparently I have a vibe. Cause no, really, I don't know. We just did a training for student orientational leaders at my school. And I met these people who number one day type of thing. And I'm sitting and they're like, come sit at our table. I liked your vibe. Da, da, da. I'm like, there's a vibe? Really? Okay, we're going to keep it. And then I'm talking. I tend to apologize and be like, oh, like I'm a lot type of thing. Because I honestly, I don't know. I don't even know how I became like this. It's only God that take control of my life. I don't know how I became like this, so I don't. But side eye. But yeah, like I was saying, yeah, apparently there's a vibe. So I feel like because of that, like I tend to melt well with people. Like I either like you or I don't. So I feel like our friendship is also one of the things that like helped me figure out like what I like in terms of like who I want to be around me. And like you could also say like, oh, like because I gel well with people, that doesn't necessarily mean that, oh, I want to keep them in my circle, right? So like even you, like sometimes I'm like like stay where you are. Cause I feel like at the core, I'm still that private person that I usually was. At the end of the day, like I'm still probably gonna be like a private person, but like I'm easy to just gel with people. Cause like I hate situations that have like tension in them. I don't really like drama. I mean, if you want to bring drama, I'm gonna switch it up real quick. But I tend to avoid dramatic situations. So yeah.
So, what's your favorite book, movies, TV shows, everything? Because I know it's so diverse.
Yeah. I love diversity. I am diverse. I'm Nigerian.
So
I'm African American.
Okay, so what about your favorite quote or mantra? Or what about the one we formed yesterday?
So after watching Grey's Anatomy, Mary decided that she wanted to actually, you know what? No, I said shh. No, I claim it.
I said it.
But I claim it. But you can't tell people that you said it, because then it's gonna be quoted on your name.
But I said it, you claim it.
Yeah, no, I gotta say it so that way it's under my name.
Okay,
Thank
so
you. I said it's a beautiful
from Mary Shepherd, which says, go ahead.
Whatever. It's a beautiful day to save lives. And we were working at Amazon when we were thinking about this, you guys. We were literally pushing carts. Our feet are swollen and tingling and everything. And I'm like, oh, like, as the bus now, it's a beautiful day to save lives. So we got to send Amazon packages to put a smile on your faces. And she like, ooh, as a therapist, you could just be like, it's a beautiful day to cure madness. And I'm like, ooh, I'm going to put that on a t-shirt. But yeah, like, I feel like it's one of the things that you could just use when situations switch up real quick. Like, imagine you're talking to someone and be like, all right, bet, bring it on. It's a beautiful day to cure madness. I'm gonna bitch your black ass. Yeah. Sorry for the language. Like I said, I'm a lot. But yeah, like, it's one of those things. Or you could just be like, oh, God, it's a beautiful day to cure madness. I'm going to work my 9 to 5. Like, help me make it a beautiful day. So yeah, like, it's just one of those things.
So we're already moving towards the end. So what advice do you want to give to your younger self, the younger Lara, that younger Lara that I used to see her picture? What advice do you like to give to her?
Why you gotta bring the old picture? I am never having throwback pictures ever, unless it's a baby picture. But you see, my teenage years, my prepubescent year, no. Ain't anybody who posts my picture to do throwback, I'ma disown you real quick. I don't know you, and I mean that for you too.
You can't disown me. You have mine, so it's okay.
No, I don't care. I really have it. You could deny yours easily.
I mean,
actually, you know what? I could deny mine also, because yeah, I could also deny mine, but still.
I mean, I can't deny mine. I just cut my hair and it's the same.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, like, don't do too much. Just continue being yourself. Because like I said, like, I was dumped in boarding school. Excuse me. I was dumped in boarding school. Like even before, I was thinking about that today, honestly, too. Like when I woke up this morning, I was like, oh, like, because in Nigeria we have like primary school and then junior secondary and then senior secondary. And in junior secondary, I wanted to be like with everybody type of thing. Because you know, like it's a whole new phase. It's a whole like different vibe from like primary school. In primary school, everybody's friend. You're sitting there in the same classroom, eating everything together. But like in junior secondary, you have GS1 people trying to merge, like meet with GS3 people or like meet with GS2 people and things like that. So like it's easy for you to like just feel lost and just want to be with everybody and like also be included in like everything. So yeah, I feel like I would just tell myself, don't do too much. Like if you gotta be by yourself, be by yourself. There ain't nothing wrong with that. So yeah, just even if you want to be with other people, that's okay also. But like just try not to lose yourself in the feeling you're getting from the vibe of everybody else.
Is there a message or life lesson you would like to share with audience based on your experience?
Never procrastinate.
That's that's the number one thing for all college students. I mean, not only college students, for
Yeah.
everybody.
Everybody.
For
I
everybody.
feel like, I mean, for you know what? For some people, procrastination works. For some people,
Before
procrastination works.
it works for me before when I had a mentor. It works because I procrastinate and I know I still get it done. Nothing. But right now, it's like, oof, I
No.
procrastinate and it does not work.
I know if I procrastinate, like my assignments, I moved them from last week, guys. I've been doing them like one by one, and I'm like, "Ugh, I still have time." And next thing you know, I have an assignment due at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. I got 2 exams I haven't even started for. So yeah, don't procrastinate. And also like I said earlier, I feel like majority of like my life lessons for myself is just don't do things for other people's sake. It could be your mother telling you to do something. Not, I mean, if your mother tells you to go and wash clothes, go and wash it too. Because me, I trust my own mother. If it's one slap, you go take, now one slap, you go carry. But yeah, not that type of thing. I mean, like in major life change issues. Like it could even be the smallest things, like who you befriend, what clothes you wear out on a certain day type of thing. Like sometimes, yeah, like I tend to tell people when I'm on calls, because some of my jobs, including calling, nothing's too small at the end of like the course of your life type of thing. Like we could just be like, this thing is just one tiny blip in your journey, but at the end of the day, that might be the one thing that changes the course of your entire journey. Like, so yeah, nothing's too small. Like, if you feel like it's too small, first think about it, the actions you're about to take, the consequences that action could have. And then if you feel like, okay, this is not gonna, it's not gonna be one of those things, then I suppose you could swipe it to the left. But for me, yeah, I'm learning to speak out. I can't speak out to my mother yet, though. But I can speak out to my father. That's a development. But I can't speak out to my mother. We're growing. We're growing. Yeah. But yeah, guys, just stay you, I guess.
So one last one. What advice will you give based on relationship to me and to other people? 'Cause
Don't rush. Just stop. Yeah, that's another thing I do. I tend to insert songs as long as it goes with the words I'm thinking about. But yeah, don't rush. Like I always tell these idiots, but I say idiots with love. Sarange. But yeah, don't rush. Like I get that there's like this certain pressure that you might put on yourself, not just society, not just your parents, not even friends, yourself. That you could put like, oh, let's say, for example, like I was saying earlier, like in 10 years, I see myself doing that. That is also in my head creating like a certain pressure that, oh, like this is what I want for my life at this certain point in time, right? Yeah, you get what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, that's also like putting a certain pressure on yourself. If I'm saying, oh, I'm just gonna go with the flow, it's also gonna put a certain type of pressure because what is the flow? Where is the flow taking you?
The fucking lakes.
I mean,
Zimbabwe.
yeah,
Right in
like
Kafancha.
there are people that might be like, oh, like I don't want to think, like if you are going with the flow, you're not thinking about certain stuff. But I feel like if you are going with the flow, there's still certain stuff that you're gonna be thinking about, y'all. Because I can't. Okay, so right, I tried saying, oh, I'm gonna go with the flow for college. And sure, like I made this year, I joined, I became what's it called, a secretary for the biochem club at my school. I got the placement at the mental clinic. I have Amazon, which is crazy, guys. I have college class. I'm taking 6 classes right now. Uh, Even the smallest Spanish, it's a Spanish class. I don't know why I'm getting this much stress from it. Swimming, I gotta take a test and I gotta learn how to glide by Wednesday because my midterm is gonna be on that. I still don't know how I'm gonna do that. I'm trying not to drown and die. So yeah, like it could be the smartest thing, and you're like, oh, I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm not gonna do that. But when you're confronted with the reality of the situation, you're like, all right, I gotta stop and think about this. And then after thinking about it, if it's not for you, jackpot, run. If you have to run to Zimbabwe, if you have to run to Kofancha, go. Whichever one, I don't know, but just if you want to go with the flow, maybe we are different. There are different people. Maybe for some people it works, but I'm not the go with the flow person.
I've been planning everything my entire life, and I just feel like it's not working. So I just like, let me go with the flow. And right now I'm going with the flow. And
but are you liking where the flow is taking you? That's another thing to consider. If you are going with the flow, do you like where it's taking you? Are you being led in the way that you want to, that you like have for yourself? Like, oh, okay. For example, like, let's not even say the way you envisioned for yourself. Let's not use that word. You're going with the flow. Let's say I get in my car today. I know I'm going to work. Today might be a good day. Today might be a bad day. I go to work. Today's a good day. Okay, I'm going back home. What am I going to eat for dinner? I'm going to go with the flow. When I open the fridge, I'm going to see what's there and then make my food. And what if there's nothing? Right?
End up ordering. Okay, what do you not want to order? Then you spend 1 hour, 2 hours.
Let's say I'm going with the flow. I got a job. I'm about to go into nursing school. Okay, I get a job in a hospital. Right? I'm going with the flow. I don't know where I'm gonna be placed and things like that. And then I get placed as a nurse type of thing, like a maternity nurse or a psychiatric nurse or whatever. And then later on, I look back, I'm like, okay, so where I am, by going by the flow, did I enjoy the process of being led by the flow? The point where I'm at now, am I grateful for the flow or am I not? Like, even if you're grateful or you're not grateful, because like I feel like you need to be grateful for like even the smallest things. Like, be grateful for crying because there's certain people that might not get the chance to like cry. Be grateful for laughing because there might be people that like things like that. Like,
well, you just even remember this particular show on Grey's Anatomy. Trust me, I'm rewatching it. Like, this girl could not have an expression. Her face is always like resting bitch face. She's like, I'm laughing, but you just can't see. I'm hungry, but you just can't
like,
see.
There's certain things that you might be privileged to experience that other people might not be privileged to experience. Like, there might be people that, I mean, this could be controversial. Experiencing pain. I feel like for me, when you're in pain, you know you're alive, but I hate pain. I don't think anybody likes pain. I feel like that's one of the reasons why I never want to date or be in a relationship. Because I feel like handing over your trust and everything to somebody and then them breaking it could either make or break you. I mean, I know that sometimes I'm gonna be like, you a strong bad bitch, that. Nobody can do that. But at the end of the day, to my core, yeah, I just don't let people get that close enough. And I feel like if I let you get that close enough, then I know that you're gonna stick there. And like I said, the loco is there sometimes too. It's not the mental one, but the mental one is also there. If you break my heart, I'm gonna burn your house type of shit. Yeah. Sorry for the language, but yes, if you break my heart, I'm gonna burn your house. Or burn you. And then I'm gonna go, see, that's the type of thing I'm saying. Like, who in there that's, no offense, but who I feel like that would be me. That would be one of the situations that pain or anger or something leads me to. Because why would I just think about pouring gasoline or somebody damn me gasoline and I do pum pum? I feel like I'll honestly be singing that song in my head as I'm pouring the gas on you. And you gonna be screaming, and you're like, "You crazy girl!" I'll be like, "Damn right, I'm crazy." And then I just like the light up pump pump. No, you must be moving mad. No, really. Middle school kids are worse than high school kids, I think, in terms of like attitude and stuff like that. Like, somebody needs to check them real quick.
And I feel like it's how like they're raised, because right from when they're little, they have this blunt mouth whereby the parents will just laugh at everything they say. Like, you know what, like the video whereby you're showing me the calling the mother fat, like little child will call the mother fat, and then they'll just laugh at it and just not correct the child. Trust me, in Africa, they will correct that child. Like,
the correction will not be in the direction you wanted it to be.
Like they will literally correct you right from time, and then that way, like that stigma will always stick to you, that outside you cannot even talk to somebody a little bit, like even 1 year or 2 year older than you.
It doesn't even need to be somebody older than you. As long as it's a person. I feel like there's certain things that we just like categorize as like somebody older than you. You can't be disrespectful towards them. You can't be disrespectful to someone that's your age, someone who's younger than you either. That's just one of the things that I feel like you don't do. Like for me, I feel like that's one of the issues that I'm having, because I work with, on my lane sometimes, I work with people that are old. And so it's becoming an issue for me, because how am I going to walk up to you who are old enough to be my grandmother and be like, like, could you help me get a like, even if I put the please in my head, in my head, I'm going to be rethinking it like, if your mother was here, the slap she would give you. So, I don't know. That's one of the issues that I feel like could be controversial, is like how you raise your children, like American and Nigerian version. Because I feel like there are a lot of parenting styles that African Nigerian, let's not even go to African, Nigerian parents have, that even we as Nigerians are like,
no, like it's just like, how am I going to put it? Like, the beating is too much. Reduce the beating. But like there's some way that you
have to... laughing nowhere and that normal.
Like there's some way that you just have to, like,
and then they could be like Bible support.
Like show love, but like still like train the child. Not like don't show love, but like show the punishment. Show that yes, I'm your father, I'm your mother, you must do this, you must do that. No, show the love, but still train.
And also let them know. I feel like another thing is also letting your child know that they have a choice. In certain things. Not that choice in the way that like lets them become loose and stuff like that, but like choice in making certain decisions. Like I was saying earlier, I don't know if I did say it, but like in terms of like picking your friends, there are a lot of friends that I know my mother already be like, I don't want to see you walking with that person again. That's not a good friend. Like we have, there's even somebody that I know who's their career-wise, they're doing the job that their parent wanted them to do. And like they had a whole different like thing that they were interested in. But at the end of the day, they pursued what their parent wanted them to do. Right? And she was talking about it and I'm like, do you enjoy doing this? And she's like, right now she cannot complain.
We got cut off, but I feel like I forgot where we stopped at.
Yeah. We were just rambling about child raising and stuff like that.
So I guess maybe there might be a part 2 of this next time. Or I might invite someone else, like, I don't know. But this YouTube channel is very, very versatile. So it's not going to only be about me or this and that. So I feel like this is all we in this video. I feel so sad and everything, but like I've been feeling down since I woke up. But yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe this video, and if you want more of this, just let me know. And if you want me to interview someone or anybody you want me to bring on the show, did I just call this a show? If you want me to interview anybody or anything, just let me know. Put it down in the comment section, and I will do that. Don't forget, it's your girl, Adeola Mary, and this is my best friend.
Hi, Laura, Sandra.
And that will be all for today's video.
I don't know why
Thank
my
you.
voice sounds so deep though. Bye, guys.
Love you. Peace out. At.
That's a lot of emojis in one farewell.
Oh, from Top Boy, Celeste.